This is the Epson Perfection V600 photo scanner. It's a fantastic scanner for scanning things like your transparent slides or even your photos. Today I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how to scan slides, but it'll work the same roughly for photos. As we open up the scanner, you'll notice that there's two work areas. This is the reflective glass that you would use for scanning a regular photo document. The upper part is what you will be using to scan transparencies. How this works to make sure you get a perfect scan is if you'll notice on the scanner, there's slots on the sides here, A, B, and C. And we have different adapters based on the types of things you're going to scan. So for example, and they have different tags like an A. If you were going to scan some negatives that you received from your photos that you developed, you would make sure that you've aligned the A with the A so that it is nice and perfect in the center here in alignment with the light box. So as I lower this, you can see how the negatives would be in line with the light box. Today, we're going to be playing with some slides. So I'm just going to rotate this because I want the C to align with the C. You'll see it goes in like that. And now I'm going to take my two slides, and I'm going to do two because I want you to see how it is smart enough to know that it can do multiple images if you have multiple slides. Now notice I didn't put them in any special order. I just kind of put them in there. Now as I go over to the computer, the program we're going to open is the Epson Scan 2 program. You know they have the right one because it has a little scanner. I already have it open here and it's on the side. It has two sections. This is where all your settings are. We'll talk about that in a second. And as I scroll down, this is where you would do your actual scanning and previewing. So as I scroll up, we need to make some decisions real quick. The first decision is from the main settings. Are we going to be scanning a transparency or are we going to be scanning a photo? So we're going to be playing with transparencies. And are we doing color positive, negatives, or black and whites? And we're going to be saying that we're just doing color positives. From here, we're just going to go all the way down and click preview. And what it's going to do, it's going to give us a quick preview of these two slides, and it's going to allow us to kind of change some of the settings of those pictures after they're scanned. Things like adjust the brightness, we'll get rid of some dust, we can enhance the coloring. It's going to be really cool. And it's a lot of what all those photographic programs would be doing. So the scan is almost done, and you'll notice that once it's done, it will give us two separate images. And here we go. And there they are. So these are a little small, so the first thing I'm going to do is just make the image area a little bit bigger. And so now I'm going to select in this upper right, this thumbnail size, and I'm going to drag it all the way to the right, and you're going to notice that my pictures are much bigger now. So here's the first picture. It's already selected because it's blue around it. And I'm going to go from the main settings to the advanced settings. And when I do this, check this out. Now we've got settings for things like brightness, contrast, saturation, and these are really cool. These are little programs within this program that allow us to do things like color restore or get rid of some backlight issues. So I'm going to apply color restoration to this one and just check out the color difference. Really brightened it up a little bit. Let me scroll down and do this one. Oh my goodness, wait, this one's all crooked. So one of the things we can do is up here, we have the option to rotate and to mirror our images. That's really important with mirroring because you might put your slides in upside down. So I'm just going to click this a few times and there we go, nice and right side up. Let me hit that color restoration. And you can see it pulled back all that shaded blue and the rocks look a little more vivid. Now I want you just to notice this area right in here. This is some smuts that is on the slide itself. And here's some dotting and stuff, all different types of dirt. Really important that you try and clean up your slides ahead of time because this scanner will get all of that information. So back to point, every one of these slides I can adjust. I can do dust removal, I can make things brighter or darker, and when I'm ready, I'm going to finally hit scan, and I'm going to do that right now. Now this scanning does take a hot minute to do, so it will think for a little while, and I want to show you while it's thinking, the destination right now is the desktop. But if you bring in your own USB stick or you purchase one from the Makerspace, you can plug it in and tell it to just send your photos directly to that USB stick so your photos are not going on our Macintosh computer. So as we do this, you'll notice it's taking a little bit of time, but it's applying all of these settings that we did to each slide. And as we look on the desktop, our first image is already done. So I'm going to double click on this so you can see it. Nice and vivid, big, looks a lot better than the preview because it took its time to do a nice big scan. So this is basically the workflow. So in summary, main settings, which I can't click on at the moment because I'm still scanning, and you would tell it what type of thing you're scanning. Is it going to be a transparency or is it a flat photo? Then you click preview, and then once it makes a quick preview, you can adjust all of the mini settings of the photo itself, and when you like what you see, you press scan. And then when you press scan, you finally get your end results, and you get nice high quality photos like these. All right, so that's the Epson Perfection V600 photo scanner in a nutshell. Good luck everybody and enjoy digitizing. Bye-bye.